and then going for the further north VP. I should have said middle VP and then the north VP, and then should be able to take care of the squad down here, for they were getting bombarded from something. I think it's from sector artillery, not sector artillery, but the artillery from the defensive doctrine forces them to retreat, doesn't finish capping, and now the VPs are at a standhold here. AT gun keeping these tanks at a distance, with Pershing can just bomb rush this AT gun since it has a good amount of health and there's only one of them, but this is supported by Grenadiers here. I think he's pushing in a little too far in, but he uses Allied War Machine, so he feels comfortable moving these tanks in freely, and the Grenadiers get caught a little bit in the tank, forcing all of them to retreat. Will not take out any squads, but wow, tanks just pushing him out of the middle there, and he might go for this bunker while he's in his base, and might fire on his own tank. No, he can't anymore. But if he blew up his own tank, could get a free full health tank, but the engineers are gonna have to do their job and repair him. I see an AT gun coming from the Vermont player. Could fire onto this Sherman here and take him out. Ooh, takes out the main gun, needs to back him up, and does take out the Sherman. Could possibly, no, he will not take the Pershing, but at least he does get a kill there and continues to push out. Vermont player has a very sizable army, and he only has 2 rifle squads. The US player has 2 rifle squads and 2 tanks. The tanks getting countered very well by the AT guns and Grenadiers. There's just too many Grenadiers for them to really counter, as well as he's using these tanks, because the Sherman has 3 veterancy and 24 kills. The Pershing has 8. But I really think he should use an MG out, since he is kind of blobbing his squads here, and a good suppression would help out a lot. And here he is moving the his infantry up. Rifle squad needs to get out of there, unless he's just trying to delay him for whatever reason. Has a second Sherman coming out, and these poor rifle squads, man, gonna get burnt. Needs to, oh, maybe not. Gonna take out a pile squad and gets veterancy on there, so they're fully vetted. Bar's holding in there for quite a while, so I guess he is trying to delay him. And oh, all those grenades coming in. Good exit from the building. Needs to retreat. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Oh no. They're gonna take a lot of hits here, because as he comes out of that building, he might get killed. But the tanks are moving in. It's hard to tell. Gonna save that rifle squad. They should be okay. AT gun firing onto the Pershing. Once again, keeping these tanks at a distance. And the US player really, there's only 1 AT gun, so if he wants, he could bomb rush the AT gun, take it out, and then back out and let his infantry deal with the Grenadiers. And it is a crocodile, so, oh man, I don't know. Tanks are at really low health, and takes out the AT gun. Needs to move this croc out of there, as well as his Sherman and his Pershing. Needs to move all his tanks out of there, actually, because they're so close to dying. As much as all the damage he's doing to him, it's just not enough. MG, yes, finally, the MG is come out, and should help him out a lot. And there he goes, suppressing the squads there, and allow those tanks to get out. Flaming engineers coming in to mop them up. Great combination there and great push. And did he build another medic bunker? Yes, he did back here. Loves those medic bunkers. And should be able to take out this one here, for I don't see, well, I do see Volk squads coming out that have just finished reinforcing. Going for the medics, actually. Volk squad's keeping their distance back. He knows his MG is out there. He needs to be careful. The MG has not moved up though. It's just, they're just forces the engineers back, but at what cost? They took a lot of damage here. Let's get a Grenadier squad from that medic bunker, and they might be the guys to push away this rifle squad. And my mouth's getting a little dry, give me a second. And pushes the US player back once again. But I think that US player definitely gained a little ground there. And let's see, he's repairing his tanks. One tank's going to be repaired, and then he needs to work on the other two. Of course, pumping out a lot of engineers for that. Holy cow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engineers. So definitely getting those done. And look at these squads, man. He's got a mortar squad here on the left side. He needs to be careful, because if that mortar squad gets a hit on the juicy blue blob of engineers, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad. And they're firing. Does he know where they're at? No, it's a little bit off to the left here. I don't think he's gonna hit him. Might hit this MG squad. MG squad is adjusting to that. Oh, and we have a flat coming out. That is gonna be hell for the US player because of that. Such a long range and damage it does to the tanks. Wow. So really, I think the US player should go heavier in infantry, maybe a sniper to take out the flak while you begin to engage. And there he goes, he is beginning to fire, probably firing onto the AT gun, and now he knows that the flak is out on the field. It fires onto the Pershing. Look at that, like, wow, that's a far distance there. Pushes the Pershing slightly back, and we have the engineers moving in on the left side, gonna take care of that mortar squad. MG finally suppresses these guys, but man, there's just too many squads here, and takes care of the MG without any support on the left side. Flaming engineers taking care of the mortar squad. Mortar squad barely gets away with low health. Meanwhile, in the middle, not much happening. US player is kind of held back here because of that flak and AT guns, which hurts his tank so much, and he only has 2 riflemen out. On the left side here, he sends 2 Volk squads. He has so much infantry. He can afford to send squads to the left to prevent him from capping. And now he is moving in to the left side here. He knows the tanks are moving left sides, because to get away from that flak, can't really fight in the middle because of that. And the tanks not doing much in the middle. We have a huge infantry fight. Oh man, engineers just flaming away these guys here, but they do have that buff. I don't know what it's called, but it is a buff, that little glowy thing above their head. Sherman coming in to help out. Flak, what's the flak doing? What's the flak doing? Not firing on the Sherman yet. Oh man, that Sherman just gets torn apart. Went from full health to low health in like 2 seconds. Wow, look at this fight. Look at this Grenadier squads, all really low health, down to 1 guy. Man, burning away the German infantry, and now he can move in. Calliope even coming in here. Look at this destruction. You gotta love company Imperials. And the flak still firing on those tanks. Tanks need to be careful, for they're still in danger of that long range flak. But the flaming engineer is going to take care of that, and there's no more flak for him. And the tanks, he could move into the base, a little harassment. No, tries. Good job. Keep playing it safe. He needs to retreat these engineer squads as they're really low on health. Even an engineer squad getting second veterancy on their rank 2. How often do you see that? And Calliope did get 3 kills here, and that is actually going to be a good counter to the flak. And wow, there's lots of destruction. Looking in the middle of the map, it's just burnt all these holes here. I wish my graphics were turned up a little higher, because that would look awesome. But I don't know how well my computer can handle that. Anyway, on the left side, forcing their engineer squad to retreat, almost dying. They're going to recap the VPs. VPs are 442 to 102. US player still far ahead. Vermont player needs to cap this middle here, and then pushes AT guns up slightly further, and then takes out the Persian, catches the Persian on low health and out in the middle of the field. But as I was saying, cap the VP here, and then kind of try to force the US player to fight a little closer to the left side so he can defend that as well. Maybe build another medic bunker up here if he can afford it. And here comes the Calliope going to rain down on these squads. Not going to catch too many of them. Lots of engineers. 1, 2, 3, 4 engineers. Wow. And they all have the flaming upgrade. Definitely want to stay away from that group. And so we have a Crocodile, Calliope, 5 flaming engineers, and 2 rifle squads going against this huge infantry blob of grenadiers. Jesus. So it'd be nice if he could suppress those grenadiers, then move in with his flaming engineers, because engineers don't have a lot of health and they get taken down pretty quickly. Let's see what happens.
Losing ground out there.
So his captain, the middle VP, is aware those VPs are ticking low. The US player is harassing those his southern VP, putting a little more pressure on him. And engineers here going to start moving in onto these grenadier squad. One grenadier squad getting caught. Needs to retreat it. Needs to retreat. Doesn't retreat. Just moves it back a little bit. Oh man. But he is gonna come out ahead here, as those engineer squads aren't that great in health-wise. Ooh, and the Calliope turns that battle around, forces all of them to retreat, and now he can go cap and start putting the pressure on. Wisely retreats 1 squads and needs to quickly reinforce and come back into this fight. For the Vermont players, definitely going to go for those VPs now. It's at 60. Flak is trying to fire onto the engineer squad, and I don't even see where he is hitting. He's so bad at that, unless it's a tank. The Vermont player finally gets out on MG.
We are winning this battle.
That is going to be really annoying. For what little infantry the US player has, there's not going to be a lot of flanking power from him. Unless that Calliope can get a good hit on it. Rifle squad here in the south entering that building to do put more pressure on that southern VP. So he is kind of forced to bring his entire army here to take care of it. Maybe not exactly forced, honestly. I'd at least send 1 unit to cap the middle VP to prevent that going down in lower. And yes, he does. He sends the pioneers there. My mistake. And there's nothing there to counter. It might send yeah, all the engineers coming out now. This Calliope must be on cooldown, because right now would be a great time to fire it. That's probably what he's waiting for, trying to hold him there, delay him a little bit. But the Vermont player is moving to the right side. Flak is alone here, and does see the Sherman. He is using Allied War Machine here. It is a Croc and going to take care of that Flak on the left side here. Oh, that's why I use Allied War Machine, because one of his Crocs were very low on health, and is going to. Oh, there he goes, out of control, but he's gonna get that back. And all these squads getting caught out here in the middle of the road, getting flamed and roasted by all these engineers, including the Croc. That sucks. Needs to retreat. Takes care of 1 squad, takes care of the Croc. But the Vermont player is going to come out with all his engineers. Tries to throw a grenade in there, but just misses. And oh, that is a game. I was in the middle, was all pumped and stuff, but desperately he doesn't GG. But that is game here. That was definitely action packed, and my mouth is so dry right now. That was an awesome game. 43 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that, or enjoyed that game. Happy New Year's, guys. It is 4 a.m. now, so sorry if my shoutcasting was a little off, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.